the sunny California town of Valley Glen lives a young woman named Valerie. She works as a beautician in a beauty salon, where she makes women more beautiful, takes care of her appearance, follows fashion, and maintains an impeccable style. Her life seems perfect. She has a beautiful house, a stable job, and an attractive fiancé, Ted, who works as a doctor. However, the relationship with Ted is far from ideal. He is absorbed in his career, gives little time to Valerie, and their romantic relationship is gradually fading. On the eve of their wedding, Valerie hopes to rekindle the passion in their relationship. She prepares a romantic evening, puts on seductive lingerie and makeup, hoping to attract Ted's attention. However, he is indifferent, watching TV and more interested in the news than in his fiancée. Frustrated, Valerie realizes that Ted hasn't noticed her for a long time. When she goes to the bathroom, she accidentally finds a condom wrapper in the trash, which confirms her worst suspicions: Ted is cheating on her. In anger, she throws his things out the door, yells at him, and demands that he leave. Ted tries to justify himself by saying that all is not as it seems, but Valerie is adamant. Left alone, she ponders her life and future. She feels cheated and broken, not knowing what to do next. Seeking solace, she calls her friend Candy, who advises her to relax and think about herself. Candy is a cheerful and energetic girl, always supporting Valerie in difficult moments. She suggests her friend to go to a party to distract herself, but Valerie is not ready for fun yet. She decides to spend the day at home, to clean and put her thoughts in order. Meanwhile, far out in space, not far from Earth, 3 aliens, Max, Zebo, and Whiplock, are traveling in their ship. They look unusual. Their skin is painted in the bright colors of red, blue, and yellow. They explore space in search of new planets and civilizations. While traveling, their ship picks up a radio signal from Earth. Curious, they decide to fly closer to investigate the source of the signal. However, during a maneuver, a malfunction occurs and the ship loses control. They fail to correct the situation in time, and their ship crashes, falling directly into the pool in Valerie's backyard. The next morning, Valerie wakes up to strange noises. She goes out into the backyard and is startled to see a large metal object in the pool. As she gets closer, she notices 3 strange figures emerging from the water. They look ridiculous. Their skin is brightly colored. They make incomprehensible sounds and move erratically. At first, Valerie is frightened and hides behind the bushes, but soon realizes that the aliens are not a threat. They behave in a friendly manner, try to communicate, and look at the world around them with interest. Valerie overcomes her fear and decides to help them. She realizes that if anyone sees the aliens, they could be captured or experimented on. She invites them into the house and gives them towels to dry off. The aliens act like children, exploring everything in her house with delight. They taste the soap, turn on all the appliances at once, and play with the television, amazed by the images on the screen. Valerie laughs as she watches their amusing antics, but soon realizes that their appearance is too unusual and something needs to be worked out. Valerie takes them to the beauty salon where she works. Together with her friend Candy, they start transforming the aliens, shaving them, cutting their hair, making stylish hairstyles. As a result, Max, Zebo, and Whiplock become like ordinary men, attractive and exotic, but no longer suspicious. They look so spectacular that Candy can't resist flirting with Whiplock, who reciprocates. After the transformation, Valerie decides to show them the human world. She takes them for a walk around the city. The aliens behave unusually. They study the people around them, copy the movements of people, look with delight at cars and store windows. They enter a cafe where Zebo and Whiplock try Earth food, but they do it in an extremely amusing way, causing laughter of the people around them. Max, unlike his friends, behaves more reservedly and watches Valerie closely, developing a liking for her. This time, Ted returns home, hoping to make peace with Valerie. He enters the house and notices the men's belongings, and then sees Valerie chatting merrily with 3 strangers. Ted becomes enraged and causes a scandal. He demands an explanation, but Valerie is unwilling to talk to him. Enraged, Ted attacks Max, but he easily fends off his attack using his superhuman strength. A terrified Ted runs away, thinking Valerie has gone MIT night. Valerie, Max, Zebo, and Whiplock go to a nightclub. The aliens quickly attract the attention of the women due to their unusual behavior and energetic dancing. Whiplock especially stands out and becomes the star of the party, showing incredible dance moves. Valerie finds herself increasingly drawn to Max. She notices that he looks at her with admiration and affection. They spend the evening together and a romantic connection develops between them. Meanwhile, Whiplock and Zebo get into trouble. They accidentally provoke a bar fight and are arrested by the police. They behave strangely at the station, but, thanks to their abilities, they quickly escape, leaving the officers confused. They return to Valerie, who realizes that their stay on Earth is becoming too dangerous. The next morning, Valerie realizes that she is falling in love with Max. He confesses his feelings to her as well, but tells her that they are from different worlds. Their happiness is overshadowed by the fact that the ship is ready for departure and the aliens must leave Earth. Valerie finds herself faced with a difficult choice: to stay in the familiar life or go into the unknown. In the end, she makes the fateful decision to fly away with Max. She realizes that there is nothing to keep her on Earth anymore, and a new, exciting life awaits her ahead. Candy watches in amazement and admiration as the ship takes off, taking her friend into the unknown. Valerie says goodbye to Earth, looks into Max's eyes and smiles, knowing she has made the right choice.